Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden, whether I really am a descendant of Naori, those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance, right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renas Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are
Don't. It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Hey, Shion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand, Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay? Guess I misread the... landing.
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one, then.
We better get a move on, or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final master core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Or at any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
like the people here still...
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately, it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's stand-ins. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle? Hoo! Hoo, hoo, hoo. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here...
I know. We'll make sure to ask what's wrong.
Well... Hey! Got it!
Huh?
We should be able to cook here. Did we really just spend that much money?
Guess I misread the landing. Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it. That's a big zeugle.
Yeah, I'm not sure we can take it.
Brace yourself! This one's tough!
Rising up! It's a duel of the arts!
Take this!
I can carve through armor!
Here's evil! Air thrust!
Come and face me!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that! Here's evil!
Denied!
Here's
Elusive deity!
Try this!
in here!
Infernal tornado!
I'll be saving this one!
Benediction light.
Gemini onward!
Take this!
Mega ray! Alright! By the
Crush! Double demon fang!
In here! Demon flame! Hold on to your arm! Here I come!
Sword rain alpha!
Don't mind if I do!
Mega ray! Elusive deity! See what I can do!
Fluidity of your movements is simply incredible. Esta!
It's showtime!
Glacial spear.
Magic is there!
Can't get out of this!
It's weakened!
Take this!
Photon!
This ends now!
Air thrust! Armature coming through! Mega ray!
Resonate with the earth!
Lightning
Delight! On your
Illuminate! Come forth! Holy downfall! Holy land! By the power of water!
Shine! Radiant light!
Aqua!
Force of regeneration!
Regenerate! Thunderblaze!
Here I come!
I'm never fixed!
Blow away! This took
I will fall!
the flame inside me yearns to be let free! I don't know what I'd do without you.
Now isn't the time.
I really do. Rising Phoenix! Elusive deity! Sonic thrust! Here I come! Hurricane thrust! You're mine!
I'm out of
Mirage!
Annihilation!
Rising Wyvern! This isn't looking good. Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Lightning orb!
Burn up!
Lunar culmination!
Rising Wyvern! Blue escape! Tear! Slice!
Elusive deity! I'll face you!
Eater!
Take this! Tornado drive!
Is this it? I couldn't make it in time.
It looks like we got this one
Carve
covered!
through armor!
I owe you one. Take this! Try harder!
Resonate with the earth!
Where are you going?
Rising Wyvern!
Got it!
Take this!
Now's our chance!
Will this help?
Lightning
It's in your hands now.
Raging cascade! Explosive ray! Ready to go! In here! Get on in there with the others! Here's a healing arm!
I'm not done! Begin! Severing
Here's a damage! Heart requires complete focus! Where are you going?
Burn in hell!
In here! This will come in handy!
Sonic thrust!
Healing
Now
soul!
we're alpha!
Can't get out of this!
Now I can let loose! Turn up some of this!
Shine! Radiant light! Pulse of regeneration! Regenerate!
Is that a healing art?
It is. I can't ignore your pain.
They're all coming after me!
I'm coming, Redwell!
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine. Healing circle!
Okay, here I go!
Art
No
expert
rest for
coming
the
through!
wicked.
Goodbye! Thank you!
My watch! Forward up!
We got him on the run!
Don't get cocky!
Right. Still anyone's fight.
Now you see what I can do!
You're mine!
Everlasting
It's wide open! It's coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Shine!
There.
Radiant light!
Raging
Pulse of
storm!
regeneration!
Now I can let loose!
Hold on to your art. Here I come!
Ride this!
Power surges!
Will this help?
Is this what real pain feels like?
With the earth!
Not done yet! Dragon Roar! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
No further!
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
To everlasting darkness! Negative...
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued? No...
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut from posh Renin cloth.
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including healing ones. I can see how he made it to the position of a lord.
You flatter me. But my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy by minimizing body movement.
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid unnecessary movements?
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing so is an effective means of drawing out my innermost strength.
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a risk. Don't you ever worry you'll dodge at the wrong moment?
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue.
Well, am I improving?
Tremendously. The speed and precision of your aim is simply unmatched.
I had no idea you were watching me so closely.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
about our financial situation. We almost don't have one.
We would if you had a little more restraint.
It's money! It's supposed to be used!
So is your head, but I don't see you using that.
This is perfect! I'll have everybody's mouths watering when they see this!
So, Halim, care if I hang out for a while? Another fine day for journeying, huh?
Tell me, do you ever find yourself tiring of the vagabond existence?
It's better than being enslaved, that's for sure. I get to pick my own destination, for starters. You don't get those luxuries as a slave.
Shackle a man's feet, and you put a clamp on his heart as well.
Then there was the food. Gross slop that left you in a permanent state of hunger. Ugh, you wouldn't believe the things I ate to keep from starving. What about you? This must all sound pretty alien to someone who used to be a lord.
Is that a hint of interest in my past I detect?
I guess that's one way to put it.
Well, certainly starvation was never a concern I had to contend with. The day-to-day grind was largely taken care of for me. I even had help getting in and out of clothes. All that was required of me was standing still while looking solemn.
That's quite the downgrade you've made. It's a wonder you don't sound more bitter.
This might surprise you, but I actually don't find our current situation all that disagreeable. My own hardships paled in comparison to yours, granted. But life as a lord came laden with its own restrictions. Forgive me. Such complaints must sound like feeble extravagances to a Danon.
True, Renan opulence doesn't feature high on my sympathy list. Then again, yours isn't exactly a normal case.
I suppose it's not. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder how much easier life would have been without the trappings of nobility.
You really mean that?
Pay me no heed. Not but the ramblings of a privileged eccentric. Whatever my past, it has led to my being here. That is all the reality I need concern myself with. I suppose we should call it a day. Once we finish eating, we should get going.
Yeah. Seriously?
Hey!
feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our help.
Huh?
Well... yeah.
No way.
Huh? Got it. Boomy! Boomy!
The heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kind of see where they're coming from.
Are you okay with anything as long as it's round and flies?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Anywhere you go! Hold on! Captivity! I'll smash you! Catapult!
Lunar corruption! Are those arms even natural?
I'll think you. Rising Wyvern! Burn it!
Now! Sleep on!
In an instant! Impact block!
To achieve such harmony.
Takes a singular will.
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
Out of our way! One more!
Take it! Rising Falcon!
I shall ensure you survive this.
Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal. It got fire!
I've got this!
Dragon
Let him
Force!
watch this!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
A chain between
Take
heaven and
this!
flame! Reload!
Dragon Warp!
The lightning!
Pile driver!
Searing flame!
Dragon
Reload!
Warp!
I'm out of ammo! More for the shot!
Only the best materials in your gun.
You really do have quite the discerning eye, Dohalim.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same to me.
Is that the zeugle we were told to dispatch?
Not today!
It's time!
Thunderfield!
No further!
Is it high?
Denied!
Dispatch it out again! Glacial spear!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
All back in their
I
defenses!
never miss! Glad you have your uses!
You're mine!
I'll show you how useful
Now!
I can be!
Here's evil! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
The one...
You're mine!
Tidal wave!
All aboard the victory train!
Overconfidence can bite you in the butt. Little help!
First strike!
Dance in the
Another
wind!
win!
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty. No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
We turned the tables on them.
There are still more
Not
left.
today! Right. No time to hold back. Still got a ways to go.
There it is. That's our target.
Get lost!
Chargers to me.
Rising Wyvern!
Armor won't save
Here I
you!
come!
Glacial spear.
Swallow dance!
They may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious.
Rising Falcon!
In a bind, blind freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. Chain between heaven and earth.
I'm on it! Severing wing! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Great!
finally made it.
Yeah. No. You did it!
Really?
Yeah.
What's gotten into him?
He says instead of making a zeugle sign, we should be making a hoodle sign.
Ah, he's feeling threatened by a rival.
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here,
I know. We'll make sure to ask what's wrong.
Oh, hey!
Seriously?
Well...
Well... Hmm?
Huh? Huh?
That's just...
I guess...
Yeah. Law.
Yeah! Huh?
Oh?
Oh, wow! All right! I wasn't expecting a thank you for that.
Maybe socializing with people is helping to jog his memory bit by bit. You did good, Law.
Thanks. Are we really gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point, but...
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Very well.
Well,
Hey,
Pardon me.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
doesn't seem that way. Must think we're just damaged from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are Volrun soldiers. Watch yourselves.
Shining supernova!
Here I come!
That's much better.
Leave the enemy's arcs to me!
No complaints here!
Let's get you off my way!
Eagle assault! Ready and ready!
Lightning orb! Alright!
Do you require
Now!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
There! And again! Illuminate the sun!
Denied!
Take this!
Holy
Now,
Here
now! Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say.
Well...
Well?
How?
Oh, wow!
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts. Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
Oh?
What?
Yes!
Just great.
What?
Yes! Yes!
Nice.
Sorry.
Yes.
Just
White, soft, and fluffy items. Is that description supposed to be figurative or literal?
Let's check anything in the area that looks edible.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die. Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mom. I will only ever think about good, happy things for...
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Haros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
No way!
All right. Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her. Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
We've reached our destination.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Hey, look! We've got... way more... animals!
I never imagined... The law would have a knack for husbandry.
Makes sense since they're on the same wavelength.
You're making me blush over here.
Law, maybe you should consider what that statement actually means.